thoughts in social conditioning, it's important to get out of your head, get out of those thoughts, break out of social conditioning. But you exist in a society, most likely, unless you're on a desert island, then hey, shout out, you're away from everything. But you exist in a society where, you have to calibrate, you have to navigate, and in order to do so, you have to, be aware. So social conditioning is still hitting you, even if you want to avoid it, it's there. Your thoughts are still looping on things. Even if you may want to get, away from it, it's still there. But the thing that everybody I see blind spot lacking is that they don't think that this is a consistent thing that they have to work on. That this is just like, I listened to the feel-good, motivational, the woke content, I was getting hip, and now I know what to look out for. But people don't take action. People like to hear, put in their headphones, turn up their volume, they put on their speaker, and they just listen to it. Wow, yeah, but they don't take action. And taking action against this is the social conditioning and breaking out of your head is what you have to do. Take action. Are you someone who takes action? Look at this brick wall. Think of this brick wall as all the thoughts, all that social conditioning. You've lived this many years of your life. This is your life right here. All these bricks consist of your previous life experience. You took a lot of action that solidified you getting stuck in your head, having misconceptions, misinterpretations, all this social conditioning that skewed your perspective. And in order to get through this brick wall, you think that, I listened to how to do it, and I think I can make that change because I know what I'm supposed to do. I know. So to get through this brick wall, I know I need to do this, and this. This is how you overcome getting out of your head and getting out of social conditioning. So I learned it. I learned it. Oh, hold up, I was coming at the wrong angle, but not gonna work. You gotta take action. You can't just, I know what to do, so I can pass on through this brick wall. No. You gotta take action rigorously to recondition yourself. So not only do you have to be someone who takes action, but you have to be someone who implements it at a huge scale. Huge scale. Because you have to recondition yourself. And that's repeated exposure, repeated reference experiences to really shift your perspective. I'll take a great example. I'm sure back in the day, you didn't know how to do something, right? You thought it was impossible. You're like, wow, it's so far away. I need to do this to achieve it. But then you achieved it. You put in the time. You leveled up. Then you look back and you're like, wow, there was a time when I didn't know how to do that? There was a time when I thought differently, when I didn't have this information that then changed my perspective? Wow, but it took you taking action. It wasn't like some magical overnight change. It took action to break free, to level up, to leave that stagnation behind and find new growth. So literally, like passing through a brick wall consistently, you have to break out of your head, get out of your head, get out of social conditioning, and really recondition yourself to be someone who still knows that, there are those thoughts in your head, there's that social conditioning, but instead of having your whole life's perspective skewed by it, where you're like, wow, I'm looking at it, yeah, you're like, whoa, these goggles that were skewing my perspective, I now see that, but there's like a depth and a richness now that I can get out of my life's experience, not only living and functioning with that as my perspective. And it takes consistent action, consistent accountability with yourself to choose to not settle for a life of less where you'll die with regrets because you chose not to take action and you chose not to implement and re-implement and recondition yourself to really leave that old you behind. And every time you do something that breaks you out of your head, breaks you out of social condition, you gotta start stacking that as a huge win. Because so many people will die with regrets, live a life where they settle for less because they're not willing to put in the time to recondition themselves to shift their perspective. And this whole thing is like, hey, take more action. Recondition yourself. Reconditioning is a powerful superpower. Super insane. To have self-awareness, to realize, wow, I can change this about me if I take consistent action, that's crazy. That's crazy. And then I look at other people like they're crazy because they don't do it. So don't be someone who settles for a life of less and dies with regrets. Be someone who gets the richness and fullness out of life experience by whenever you see a blind spot of something that you want to change, you take the action and pursue it vigorously so you can get through that brick wall of all the thoughts you getting stuck in your head and all that social conditioning. Because you deserve the best and you should never settle for less. You got this.